that the music has followed suit. So hopefully things are going to change throughout the night, and hopefully you'll find something musically and stylistically that suits you. And you should also stay till the end. We have the world premiere of a brand new piece by composer Stephen Snowden, who's a Boston-based acclaimed composer. So please stay with us for the end for that. We begin tonight with George Gershwin. Yes, please applause for him. We begin tonight with George Gershwin's iconic work, Rhapsody in Blue. So Rhapsody in Blue was written in 1924, which is the same year that the Wrigley Building was completed. So this is a piece whose flowing lines and flourishing melodies, I think, embody the American spirit. And I think that William Wrigley Jr.'s, his ambition and his spirit, building something from nothing, building this Wrigley Building from change in his pocket, I think both of those are embodied in Rhapsody in Blue. And if you can imagine this area that we're in that is so developed and so beautiful in 1920, there was nothing. There was no Apple Store. There were no high-rises. There was nothing going on. And the Wrigley Building was actually the first building of its stature to be built north of the Chicago River. And it did it with a clear vision to build commerce and to develop the city north of the river. And clearly that has worked, and we're still seeing the effects of that today. Pardon me. So, without further ado, L&M Duo is going to perform an arrangement by Linda Maxey of Rhapsody in Blue for marimba and piano. We hope you enjoy.
Welcome to our concert, Illuminating Wrigley. My name is Laurel. I'm the L of L&M Duo. If you've been here listening to Marianne, L&M Duo, that's who we are. As she said, this event is a collaboration. And so I'd like to draw your attention to Arthur Wright here, who is doing some amazing things, painting some live art of our event tonight. Also performing is Cadence Collective. They're a Milwaukee-based ensemble that treats music composition and choreography as common tools in creating original performance pieces. Cadence Collective consists of 3 women, Emma Coy, Alicia Storin, and Crystal Wagner as a flutist, cellist, and then dance choreographer, respectively. They performed at the inaugural Milwaukee Fringe Festival in 2016.
I'm sorry. You guys have to change. No? Nobody has change? But I need change. I need progress.
Thursday, January 6th, 1921. A Lacrosse Tribute. Forest Park Review, August 19th, 1920. Saturday, July 28th, 1923. Wrigley to erect another Monday, February in Chicago. 1921. Chewing Gum Building. Visitors to Chicago gaze admiringly at the Wrigley Building with its huge white tower cylinder. Chicago's tallest skyscraper, the new Wrigley Building, stands at the north end of Michigan Boulevard Bridge. Skyscraper to be built north of My decision to construct another building north of the bridge that will double our present capacity is an expression of my personal faith in the future of Chicago. The vote of young women will be a telling factor. This is the year of opportunity and responsibility for women of the country. Every effort will be made by the women to get out of the vote headquarters on the 2nd floor of the Wrigley Building. We need change! Chicago still lags behind New York in public improvement, and I heard out America's 2 largest cities, New York and Chicago, went up on nickels and dimes at the hands of men who knew the value of change.
This is built on change. No dirt. It's built on dirt. The grit and the grime of crammed streets, carriages crossing the river. With every path, there is a foot that took its first heel strike this way or that. The grass parted and moved aside and gave way to a heel and to follow a toe. A toe with leverage. And the ability to pivot, to make a choice, to make a change. And once the path had been made, the maker turned to invite everyone, come along now! Come along now. There were more careful steps to follow, and all the feet that followed seemed grateful that there was a way. The dirt that saw the soul gave way to the heart of the maker. And where there was no path, now there can't help but be one. It widened to make way for more steps until the path sprawled, spilled out to reveal the compact earth. Now this is solid, something to really sink my heel and my toe into, rooted. Right here is where my father's heel made way for mine to stand so I could grow tall to make change on my own. As I grow, I can bring the earth with me and stand upon that. To be someone who strikes my heel wider away from me, to have reach. change requires us to still build on change. And the only way to do that is to have everyone join in, right? I can't do it alone, we can't do it alone, but we can all do it together. So I'm gonna need you guys to clap along with me. I'm gonna say, clap your hands. You just clap right after I say the word hands, yes? Clap your hands. Woo, that was good. Clap your hands. Good, one more time, clap your hands. Good, and if you can, slap your thigh. Yes, get a little different sound. Slap your thighs. Good, we're gonna do both of them together. Clap your hands, slap your thighs. Clap your hands, slap your thighs. Clap your hands, slap your thighs. A 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7. Clap your hands, slap your thighs. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Everybody come along and join the jubilee. Clap your hands, slap your thighs. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Everybody come along and join the jubilee. Clap your hands, clap your thighs. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Everybody come along and join the jubilee. Clap your hands, clap your thighs. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Everybody come along and join the jubilee. Woo! So let's make some change. That was invigorating. Thank you for staying with me on that. So, hi, my name is Crystal from Cadence Collective. I left my script back in Milwaukee, so here I Hey, isn't that change right there? I'm gonna keep going. The piece that you just saw, called Built on Change, was inspired not only by the jazz scene and the dance trends of the 1920s, but also by local newspaper articles from the same time, exclamating awe and excitement for the ability of one man to build a skyscraper from the sale of packs of chewing gum. One paper in 1921 declared, the tallest skyscrapers in America's two largest cities, New York and Chicago, went up on nickels and dimes in the hands of men who knew the value of change. An ad from 1923 newspaper stated that the Wrigley Building stands a monument to progress. Another progressive movement at the time was for women's suffrage. And in the 1920s, the Wrigley Building actually housed the women's national headquarters on the second floor. In fact, just this past Tuesday was the 100th anniversary of the passing of the 19th Amendment by both chambers of Congress on June 4th, 1919, which granted women the right to vote. Woo, 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 woo. Let's hear for that. The Wrigley Building was and still is a beacon for hope and progress, which was all built on a little bit of change. And I'm going to transition into introducing the next piece. L&M Duo is going to do the next piece called Gamen. And one of L&M Duo's missions is to take works of other instrumentations and adapt them to their own. The first project of this nature was the Suite for Violin and Piano, written in 1943 by celebrated African-American composer William Grant Still. Another work he composed in the same year, in memoriam, The Colored Soldiers Who Died for Democracy, was performed this January just down the street by the world-class Chicago Symphony Orchestra. The mid-1940s, a height of wartime, marks the first time the dramatic and powerful floodlights of the Wrigley Building went dark. But they weren't dormant, they were just on loan to the U.S. Navy. L&M Duo will next perform Gamen, the mischievous and spirited final movement from William Grant Still's Suite for Violin and Piano. Woo!
Can we also give Crystal a hand for doing all of that speaking after what you just saw her do? Amazing. So part of the wonderful energy of this plaza is that there's so many things going on at once. We're going to give the naked bike ride a few moments to pass by. Go ahead, enjoy, regard. We'll be back in a minute.